we watched a video the other day with Harry Wong, and Harry Wong talked about objectives. And so we're going to look at that, but let me ask you a question real quickly, see if you remember. What did he say effective teachers do when they plan a lesson? What do they do first? What did they do first, Jim?
They let the students know what the objectives are.
Okay, they let the students know what the objectives are. That's good, but that's not first. That's not first. What do we do first? Since you're all effective teachers.
When you're planning? Not when you're planning, not when you're teaching, when you're planning, right?
Okay, when you're planning, what do you do first?
You have a goal in your head, what you want the students to learn.
Okay, very
You know
good.
what you want your students to learn.
You know, you determine what your goal is, and I'll take that. I'll take that. You determine what your goal is before you even get started, right? Okay. I was looking for some opposites, but I'll take that because it's absolutely right. So when you're planning, what is it that you do? What do you ponder? What do you contemplate? What do you want to know? What do you want to do when you write or plan for a lesson? Yes, yes.
Teach to the interests of your students.
Teach to the interest of your student. That is definitely a factor. Definitely a factor. Because if they're not interested in it, again, it's like the number. You know, no interest. You know, nothing. No attention to it. No perception. Come on. What is it that Harry Wong said effective teachers do first? Make criteria. Yes, another good answer. Another good answer. Well, let me cut to the chase here. The end. The end, right? You figure out what is it that you want your students to be able to do when you're done, right? So you don't start at the beginning. You start at the end, right? And you're right, the goal. You think, what is the goal that I want? Well, there are two things we want to take into consideration. Goals and objectives. Okay, goals and objectives, two different things, but both working toward the same end. Okay, so this is my favorite part of the semester. This one, this part right here is my favorite part of the semester because I get to talk about football. You get to talk about football. How many of you are football fans? Football fans, come on. How many are football fans? Okay. How many Buffalo Bill fans? No, Buffalo Bills. No Buffalo Bills fans. You all fail. You all fail. Okay, no, okay, well, if you're not a Buffalo Bills fan, that's okay. But football is a good way to illustrate goals and objectives. So you ready? What I have on the back of the board here, behind me, is a football scheme or a football diagram. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm Newt Rockney or who's a good coach today? Who's a good coach today? I don't know. I don't know any good coaches today. Certainly not the Buffalo coach.
Bill Philbin.
Bill Philbin. Okay, isn't he the Dolphins? Okay, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm a great football coach. Okay, but what I do have over here is a diagram of football, and football makes a good analogy for writing objectives. Okay, so let's look at this. Let me ask you, what is the goal of a football team? What's the goal?
Score touchdown.
You got it exactly right. It's to score touchdowns. That's the goal. Can I see that? I mean, I can actually see them scoring a touchdown. But can I see if I said the goal of the football team is to score a touchdown? Can I see that? Can I see that? No. The understanding of how to score a touchdown. Can I see that? No, I can't see that. I can't see that. However, it doesn't really matter because that's the goal. The overall, the global, the universal idea behind a football team is to score touchdowns. Everybody knows that, okay? But now, how are they going to score touchdowns? That's the real question we want to ask. How are they going to do it? You can tell me, I'm going to score a touchdown, but then my question to you, Ben, would be what? You tell me, I'm going to score a touchdown. Then what would I ask you? How am I going to do it? Yeah, how are you going to do it, Ben? How are you going to score a touchdown? And so you would then have to come up with some specific plays, right? Specific plays in order to score a touchdown, okay? So here's where my little diagram comes in, all right? We've got a team here, can you notice anything in particular about the diagram on the board? You notice anything in particular?
Circles and X's.
Circles and X's. Anything else in particular?
Quarterback is the most important.
The quarterback is the only one that's designated, isn't it? The only one that's labeled is the quarterback. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why is it? Do you know? Why is it? Why do I only have the quarterback?
Because if he doesn't throw well, then there won't be a touchdown.
Yes, exactly right. You're exactly right. See, did you know you would be right? You're right. If he doesn't throw well, they won't score a touchdown. Okay? Now, look, why did I circle the quarterback and let's say not this guy right here, the safety? Why didn't I just circle him? Why didn't I circle the safety? The safety doesn't start with the ball? You're right. You're close. You're close. The safety doesn't start with the ball. If the safety, whatever the safety does, would it make any difference in the play at all? Whatever the safety does? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, this guy could run around all over the place, but it really wouldn't matter because the ball hasn't been snapped yet. Right? So until the ball is snapped, and who dictates when the ball is going to be snapped? The safety? Does the safety stand back there and say, snap the ball? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Who does? The quarterback. The quarterback, right? The point is, just like in lesson planning, everything revolves around the quarterback. Nothing that happens out here happens with any significance at all unless the quarterback dictates it. Right? So the quarterback calls the shots. The quarterback gets into the huddle and he says, guys, here's how we're going to score a touchdown. The center's going to snap me the ball. When the center snaps me the ball, this guy is going to run over here and get in this guy's way. I'm going to throw the ball to this guy, and he's going to run this way, and we're going to score a touchdown. There's an objective to it. Do you see the analogy? Do you see how it works? The objective of your lesson is the quarterback. Nothing happens unless the quarterback gets it right. Nothing happens unless the quarterback initiates it. Nothing happens unless the quarterback has made a plan. And if the quarterback doesn't plan, if the quarterback just says, oh, guys, just go run around out there somewhere, that's a lousy plan, isn't it? Lousy plan. Same thing with us in class. If we don't have a tight, smart objective, it's just the same as saying to the team, just go run around out there. Just read this story. Just read this story and tell me what you learned. It's the same thing, okay? So I love this because I like everything revolves around the quarterback. Nothing that happens unless the quarterback dictates it. Nothing happens in your lesson unless the objective dictates it. So we've got to write a good objective or else we're going to look awfully silly because we're going to be fumbling the ball, okay? So our objective is the student will be able to devise and use objectives for teaching a mock lesson, or unless that's what you'll be doing, a mock lesson. So they are specific, and they are measurable, and we can see it. Can we see this play? We can. We can see this play unfold as they do it, as they engage in that play. We can see it. Okay? So has nothing to do with the safety down here. He's rather an insignificant X on the board until the ball is hyped. Okay? So I have an illustration of this. Okay? I've got an illustration of this, and I think you'll enjoy it. So let me turn it on and we'll watch it. Kara, thank you.